Ever outplay your opponent just to let it all slip away? You had the attack, the pressure, the perfect setup, and then poof, gone. Well, today we're fixing that. You'll learn how to keep control when you're ahead in the position and how the top players convert even small edges into big wins. Stick around till the final puzzle to learn how to do that. But for now, you're getting 10 seconds on the clock. You see it up there in the corner? All right, that's all you get. So solve this puzzle, black to move, black to win, in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, I'll try to save yours a bit. Cut that off quick. How did you do? Let me know down below. That means put it in the comments. Okay, don't just find the advantage, use it. I want to welcome you guys back. It's day 23 of elevating your game with 303 tactical chess puzzles. I'm vryBot, a US certified chess coach and an international expert. And today, we're going to learn how to hold the advantage once you've gained it. Yesterday was all about breaking through those defenses. Today, your goal is to convert, because getting ahead isn't the problem. Keeping it can be. So let's see what we got for the day. For material, we've got 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 6. We're down a pawn. But we have a fantastic knight, don't we? There's a fantastic fork coming. So we have this very powerful fork. And the authors were showing this line. Knight takes, bishop takes, and knight to b3. Forking again in the end. But guess what? I was so proud of myself that I found an even better line. On king to d1, there's queen a4, and this leads to a bit of a mating setup or capturing the queen, guaranteed. So I want you to work through some of those lines that I'm showing you with queen to a4. You check it out yourself. Let me know how it went. You can tell today is going to be fun when we start off like that. And yesterday's bonus puzzle was kind of difficult and so cool to see. This is an incredible move, rook to f8, forcing the queen to capture. There was no other way because the queen was guarding the square, so the king can't take it or get out of this little corridor that he's stuck in. Queen to g5, forcing the queen over quietly. It looks like we have nothing. We only have 2 pieces left in our army. They have 1,000,000. What are we supposed to do next? So brilliant. Queen to d5. Pulling the queen over like pulling teeth. The king doesn't have g7 to run to anymore. You can put everything in the way just like a computer does, but you're going to get mated, and that'll do it. I hope you found that. You had plenty of time. It's a new day. Let's get into some new day puzzles. Okay, you know, once in a while I'm going to recommend to pause the video and try to solve it. Solve it before I speak. Get her done. Now, you can also set these up on a chess position on a real chessboard, or you can take it with you throughout the day by taking a snapshot, or however you want to do it. But your pausing opportunity is over. I'm going to jump in with the answer. Queen to c1, checking the king. If the rook blocks, we're just going to take it, right? So here's a problem. If the king comes over, there's a cool mate. Rook to e3. Checkmate. Learn this setup because it's very common. Let's go back. So the king runs to the other side, but what's going to happen is we're still guarding this line. King can guard his queen, which is fine, but now there's no defender of the rook, so we take it in the end. These pawns aren't going to get us. Don't worry about that. Stay with me all the way to the end. You're going to see some positions that flip the script on how you think about advantage. So let's keep locking in the control. Here, the material imbalance is interesting. We've got pieces versus the queen and a pawn. Now, white is actually ahead material. And unfortunately for black, the position is not working with them either. Rook to a7 is cutting the king entirely off. If he comes forward, there's actually a checkmate here. This is really fun, thanks to the pawn's help, the knight's help, the bishop's help, the knight helping the rook hitting the king. Everything's gone. So King doesn't go there. If he goes here, there's a simple fork. Same for this square here, simple fork. So the king tries to stay alive as usual. Bishop to b6 kicks him off to one of those squares, and that's where the final blow is going to happen. There's a king and queen fork. Those are our favorites. We see those most often in this video. Now your advantage is like pressure. Keep it steady until it bursts. And this position here is very similar to some puzzles we've seen in the previous 2 days, sets of puzzles. So make sure you check out videos from the day before and the day before that. Very similar. Here we're not forking or taking anything from black. We're just giving a check to hope that he goes to a bad square. If he does, we're going to pop on over here. That discovers a check on the king, discovery, and then we're going to take his rook. That's how we're able to come to this protected square without getting captured ourselves. That check was everything. So let's back up. When we check him here, looks like he's got to go king to f8. We go over here and we're threatening to mate him. Look, our king has everything. And our bishop will remain a great defender of g7. So the best way to solve this is not to step over to g8 because you'll get mated anyway. What he's got to do is step over to e8 directly in front of the king. Now we don't want to go back here this time. The rook is simply going to block and you don't have anything. Instead, we make a threatening move. We go all the way over. We can go here, somewhere where we won't get bothered by the king. And now there's no move to interfere with white's plan anymore. If he comes here, this square's guarded, so we made him here. Goes to the side, so we made him here again. If he checks us, we're just going to take it. We'll still mate him. We've got this covered. Black's going nowhere. So quick recap, we've seen simple forks. We've seen removal of the guard. We've seen chasing the king and mating nets. We've seen, again, royal forks and mating nets attacking the king to win material or get the mate. So let's keep putting that pressure on, pile it on until the pressure bursts. Rook to b1 is the best idea here. And there's only one trick to look out for. There's a lot going on here, but who would give up their pawn? We just left the defense of our pawn in hopes for something better. It turns out there's something better. If the king comes forward, there's this really nice mate with bishop and rook combo. So the king can't necessarily pop out, and he can't necessarily take this pawn. What else can they do? Well, they can pop out this way. Do you think we got plans for that? We do. King comes out to the edge again. That's not going to help him. Now he's losing his bishop. This will be a skewer. More tactics. Let's look at another line. So if the rook gets off the g7 square, looking to give the king places to go, this is my favorite part of the puzzle. King steps forward. Now we're guarding our pawn. That pretty much puts a nail in the coffin, puts a damper on black's day. It's pretty sad for black. Nothing left but the crying. Most of the same threats remain, but now we have this pawn walking up to this guarded square here. No problems. That gives us a little time for a quick coaching tip. What are some things you can do when you have the advantage or when you can't figure out what to do? How about improve the worst piece? Use tempo moves to build more tension or pressure. Don't let your opponent breathe at all. So here white has a nifty trick. There's pawn to b4, which hits a knight, right? Looks standard. Knight just gets out of the way, and you have these knights protecting each other. Looks solid, like it can't be disturbed. But then this comes, and it's forking. Well, even go down the line and try to remove the defender of this pawn, so maybe you could take it, but the queen's going to come in and guard it. Even attack her? Well, we take the queen. Even take our queen? Well, in the end, we get your knight too. What else is there? Let's go back. On pawn to b4, it just wins. What else can they do? They can take. And we take. And they take. And it looks like we've given up material. We have tactics in our pocket, and we've got a tactics list. No one can stop us from playing really cool tactics. Here we have two pieces attacking on b6 square. This one x-raying right through the queen. In fact, it's a skewer. So the queen can move wherever she likes. Take your pick. Grab a pawn even if you like. Bishop takes. And you can call it quits. All right, none of what I'm showing you is flashy. It's suffocation by precision. Hold your edge and drive it to the win. This is a bit of an exciting position. Bishop to b5 check might look really standard, really simple. c6. The trick is, don't take the pawn. Don't take it. It looks really good. The knight can't block. The king might move. Then you have nothing at all. Here's one trick too. Knight blocks is one of the only ways, and we're trying to make something happen here, especially with this pin. So if we step back just a moment, it's this very moment that we can lose our edge. We're supposed to play this now. Take. The bishop is actually blocking a square. This is a tactic. Blocking. So this guy's in the way. King's going to have to move. Maybe he goes like this. In that case, we're going to get the queen. So make sure that we know all of our tactics. That leaves another option. Knight f to d7. But we take anyways, and look at the fun. Is that made on the board? All right, let's go back. So bishop b5, all kinds of fun. King to f8, your only move, sir. I'm going to take this. You can squeeze out. Now, it's not super easy. We've won a piece. The knight and queen are the most dangerous combo in chess. There's still a lot of activity black has here in this position, but dwindle it down, keep on grinding, and white has the obvious advantage to take to the win. So it's time to convert with force. Now we unleash it. You've held, you've improved, and now it's time to strike. This position shows how to take positional dominance and convert it into tactical chaos. Very simple, not too tough here. We're going for a simplification. This check puts the king on the same rank as the queen, no matter what he does. We check him again. He's got to go running towards his queen. He's got to guard this lady because we're going to take it. He's going to take back. We push our pawn. You can have our other pawn. We push our pawn. You can push your pawn. We push our pawn. You can do whatever you like. We're getting a queen, and that's game over. That's precision. Nice job. Fix your weaknesses before attacking. Activate your worst piece. Use tactics to break up resistance on your terms. And great players never rush the win. They just guide it in. That leads us today to the secret puzzle. That means you're going to drop me the answer. Send me the answer in the comments. Let me know what it was. I do know it. I'll give you a tip. Your tip is to follow the method. Count the material. Know what the material is. Then look for checks, captures, and threats. Perfect time to do all that. Black to play, black to win. And let me know how it went. And after secret puzzle comes bonus puzzle. So bonus puzzle I do give you the answer for, but you're going to have patience and wait for me to bring it to you in the next video. But don't stand idle until then. Go ahead and actively work through this puzzle. Send me the answer. Maybe we'll discuss it in dialogue through the comments. I'm looking for the first person to solve it. Love to see it down below. Thanks for tuning in to day 23, holding the edge, turning advantage into victory. You've learned how to control chaos and convert it calmly. If you made it to the end, comment on this video that you held the edge and join the 303 Elite. Lightly tap that subscribe button so you don't miss tomorrow's video. And keep on holding on and converting everything you can. And if you're looking for more ways to convert your chess game into a higher power, let's go ahead and visit vryBot.com. That's vryBot.com. All you need to do is click on services over here. You can find the coach page, and it'll give a description of the one-on-one coaching that I'm doing with you if you want to sign up right here. You can hire me from this page, and then I suggest you hit community tab so that you can come here, send me a free Discord call. All you got to do is sign up to Discord. It's a free service. And if you want to send me an email, you can do it right from the form below. So that's my last chance to say thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. GG's!